Ladies and gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles, brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions.
From the top, welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. Showtime, Sean P. and 2 T's.
2 T's.
We -2, y'all.
Yeah.
But realistically, we -1.
All right. Break the news.
All right,
we got to break the news.
We had rehearsal, so I'm able to do this much better this time. But
Hey, last time he was choked up.
yeah, I was a little choked up. I was. Everybody, Carson Merk has left the building.
Dun 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 dun.
This is, I'm sure it's gonna be a surprise to all of y'all. Y'all gonna be commenting and all that good stuff. I want you to save your fingers and save your tears because it ain't necessary. This is something that I think Carson has definitely been waiting and wanting for some time, and a conversation that Carson and I even had before we started the podcast. I asked him to come on and do the show. This is a part of the story that I did not tell you guys. I've told the story a few times, but told him I wanted him to do the podcast with me. He said, all right, cool. He said, my position, man, I just want to, feed you guys the ball. I play the point guard. I'll quarterback it and let you guys do the rest. I said, all right, cool. He said, now, Carson, if there's ever a time you want to replace me, by all means, you can do that. I said, no, I want you to work with us. And he said, yeah, I'm good. He said, but I really don't want to do a podcast. I don't need to do a podcast. So whenever you have a chance to replace me, go ahead and do that. So we start doing the show and everything. And then Sean Zattel starts coming in and starts doing some things with us. Once Sean really gets involved with the show and starts doing the show, Carson actually revisits the conversation with me again. Hey, you got Sean. What do you think about letting me get out? I said, no, you can't go nowhere. So we kept we kept Carson on for quite a while.
Sound like you held him hostage.
I was it didn't seem that way. It seemed like it was all fun and games and all the good stuff until episode maybe 95-ish. He gives me a text message. Hey, 100 episodes. Seems like a good time to bow out. And I was like, oh man, here we go. So we've had a couple of conversations leading up to the 100th episode. We actually did not speak about this before we did that 100th episode, but the consensus was, hey, 100 episodes, I helped you guys get there. My job's complete. And I said, all right, man, there's nothing you can do to change Carson's mind. He kind of had his sentiments and feelings about doing a podcast in general, more so just doing a podcast with us and having fun and all those good things. But I think he always knew that doing the podcast really wasn't what he wanted to do with his life. And my point of view, guys, saving your fingers and your tears and all those kinds of things. There's nothing you can say in the comments that's going to make him want to come back. There's nothing you can do if you see him out in public that's going to make him come back. He's out. However, we did speak today. We talk every day. Literally every day we talk. Yeah. But we talked today, and I said, hey, before I put this out there, I just want to make sure I run this by you. It's been on my mind. I said, you good with coming back, right? He said, yeah, for sure. He said, I'm not an official podcaster anymore. Mm-hmm. So he will come back, here and there as agreed upon and all the good stuff. But
that will always be his seat.
Yeah.
Guests will come, guests will go. But at the end of the day, we won't replace Carson.
Yeah.
Carson is Carson, still our guy. Like I say, he'll be at my house on Saturday. It is what it is. We're still friends. He chose not to do it.
What's going on Saturday?
We watch Sunday.
Oh, what's going on Sunday?
The Ortiz Ruiz fight.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you was having a birthday party.
Oh, yeah, I'm having a birthday party Saturday. Why don't you move the party to Sunday? Hey, your guys are here. Can we get these guys in? Yeah. Those are very important people. Why? I haven't talked to you guys. Why was it supposed to be Saturday or Sunday? Hey, Shoo, you ain't doing nothing. Come by my house. I'm having a party.
All right, cool.
Hey, people just pop in my house. You just never know who you're going to see in my house. My neighbor literally said, hey, I didn't want to be in your business. They're another race. But was that Terrence Crawford and Shawn Porter outside just throwing a football?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was. He's like, yeah, they borrowed my football. Oh, wow. And I was just like, no way.
Yeah.
He's like, man, there's random people be at your house all the time. I'm like, yeah, I got some famous friends.
That's what's up.
And we're from the South, so we're very welcoming. So we have good times at my house.
Yeah, he the cool kid on the block.
No. I mean, I guess. I mean,
who this one right here? Yeah, he had all the games. You went to his house to play the games. Yeah.
No. Oh, no.
No. Go back out. We'll bring you in a second. Hey, keep talking.
No. Hey, no. My dad didn't play that shit. Hey, y'all take that noise to his house.
Here, let's keep it moving real quick. Shawn just ain't here.
Yeah, Shawn ain't dead. Shawn ain't gone. Shawn ain't leaving us.
You go so hard though.
Hey, I'm just letting people know.
You go
Matter
so
of fact, if
hard.
you're trying to leave, I'm going to his house, take my shirt back. All the black shirts I gave him.
Is that why he didn't take none?
Yeah, that's why, yeah. Oh yeah, he never took none of our gear.
Anyway, so Carson is still, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
He just ain't on the show no more.
Yeah, so it won't be as organized, but we'll get there.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We gotta get there. And then Shawn just ain't here. All that being said, we will. So again, just kind of revisiting something I said before about me being strategical in the things that I do. You guys have seen me do the podcast alone. You've seen it work out. You've seen he and I travel and do the podcast with just he and I. It works. You guys know it. So kind of get used to Carson not being here. And I don't know where Shawn at, but
Shout out to Shawn.
all that being said, another part of the strategy is bringing in more guests and having the guest on for a substantial amount of time opposed to just the 10 to 15 minutes that we usually do. So we got an up and coming fighter. I'm gonna speak it into existence. Champion one day, but he's gonna take his time to get there. 4-0 right now, right?
Yes.
4-0 with 3 KOs. Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. You did it once before with us, but not in studio.
Yeah.
Not inside Blue Wire Studios.
Right.
At the Wynn Hotel and Casino. We want to thank Blue Wire Studios for having us. But welcome to the PorterWay Podcast, officially in studio, Bruce Shoo Carrington.
Thank you for having me.
4-0, 3 KOs. And I told you, I said, we're not going to get into you too much today because you got something coming up and we'll save that for another time.
Yeah.
But just want everybody to know that you out here, you are not taking this thing lightly at any respect at all, man. Like you are working hard. I walk into this dude at Whole Foods. You know what I mean?
By the house?
By the house.
Okay.
And but he just doing his job. You know what I mean? Just doing his thing.
I mean, eating right.
Yeah.
Spending money too.
Yeah.
I took
I adopted the vegan diet about 5 years ago. I've been doing it, and I've been with it.
How the hell you don't eat chicken?
Nah, listen, man. The reason why I don't eat chicken is because I just learned what it does to you.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna put you on some stuff. You probably not gonna eat chicken no more. Either.
Don't tell me.
He loves no chicken.
Don't tell me.
Ruin it for him.
Yeah. I took Bruce to the Hall of Fame with me last night.
Okay.
He was at the ceremony.
Yeah.
Very
And
grateful for that, by the way. Thank you.
man, if y'all don't know by now, I just try to look out for the young guys because people did that for me when I was young.
Yeah.
And I was on the red carpet and had the question yesterday, what did these old guys kick to you that you can kick to the youngins? And I said they gave me everything. I feel like I got all the game from everybody, from Roy Jones all the way down. And that's all I try to do now is I try to become an extension. I've tried to become an extension of what was given to me. And it was easy for me to have you go to the Hall of Fame with me yesterday. It just made so much sense. I think, like you said off air, you plan on moving out here. And you said what did you say about it?
I mean, I feel like any boxer that's planning to be great, Vegas is the perfect spot for it because the training, the weather conditions, the climate and altitude and everything like that, and then plus the selections and options of different sparring partners that you have out here. It's like a hotbed of boxers. Yeah. That's just either just stay out here, live out here in Vegas, or just comes through to Vegas from time to time just to train. Yeah. It's perfect for me. It's perfect for any boxer that's, like I said, willing to be great.
So you rewind back to 2012, that's exactly what my dad said to me. He said, hey, I'm going to Vegas to find a place, and then that's where I'm headed. Yeah. He said, you need to go out there with me too. He said, any fighter that wants to be successful, they need to be in Vegas. That's the Mecca. That's where everything is going on. Even when you're not in the ring, you need to be seen. And the only way to do that is be right there in Vegas. So I wanted to get you out there to the Hall of Fame because I thought that it would be a good way for people to get introduced to you outside of taking a chance on seeing your ESPN Plus.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
definitely,
So,
definitely.
I knew that you had probably met a lot of the big time fighters, a lot of the Hall of Famers and stuff like that. But I tried to make it a point that if you had not met somebody, let me take you up and introduce you. If you had met somebody, let me reintroduce you, because those are going to be the guys who are going to, if it's not me, it's going to be Roy Jones walking by and remembering your face or remembering your name and maybe having a few nuggets to give you at any point in time. So I just wanted to help make sure that you are connected while you make that transition out here, so that it's as easy as it is at any point in time.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that 100%. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was like, that was my first time meeting Roy. And
you pull up the shot real quick of us with Roy.
That
go
was
ahead.
Yeah, that was my first time reading Roy, and I was super nervous. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's Roy Jones. I never knew. And Winky as well. He was sitting at our table.
Yeah.
Like, Winky, like, he's one of my favorite boxers of all time, like top 10 hands down.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm so mad because when I think about when people ask me my top 10 boxers all time, sometimes I don't really. Well, usually they ask top 5. But top 10, sometimes I forget about Winky just because the way how he, I guess his persona is and how his career was kind of just like, he was like very underrated.
Yeah.
Highly underrated fighter.
Yeah.
But all time, one of my favorite boxers of all time. So when I had the, you know, the opportunity, thank you, to meet him and see him, right, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Nah, I thank you a lot for that.
You got the one with Winky as well, huh? When he seen Wink, he like wild out when he seen Wink.
Yeah, yeah.
And
nah, for real.
that was perfect.
Yeah.
Cause that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I get a lot of people walking up to me now. Hey man, I don't mean a fanboy, but can we take a shot?
Yeah.
I'm like, look, bro, let go of the fanboy thing. I said, you can either think you fanboying and not take a shot with me, or you can come up here and approach me and we can have a time. We can have a good conversation and take a shot, and then you got a moment that lasts for a long time.
Yes.
And so I was pleasantly surprised and happy that you didn't shy away from letting these guys know exactly who you like, what they meant to you.
Yeah.
And in your game, the first time I took that step was Marvin Hagler.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't pull back on anything, bro. I didn't pull back on anything. So I definitely recognized when you had to approach Winky.
Yeah, man, definitely.
And you know, the boxing community is super close. So
Yeah.
Shawn said the OGs gave him love. Shawn gives you love. It's just, how important is that in the boxing community to have that family like Shawn took you under his wing, per se?
Man, it means everything to me, especially with a guy like Shawn. Like, you know, it's like him introducing, you know, me to all these other guys, like, it's making everybody else like look at me like, oh, like, is Shawn introducing you to me, then you must be somebody.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And then me just growing up and just in my era and everything like that as well too. Like, I noticed that boxing, like, we create like a family. It's like a big brotherhood. You know, everybody, you know, people get into fights with each other. People, you know, get into little, you know, it's business and everything like that. But you create a big family. Like, the one thing I love about the sport of boxing is like, I don't feel any type of racism or anything like that. Like, I don't feel like, you know, just like an outside person. Like, everybody we all fighting for one thing, whether if you come from one corner of the world to the next, whether if you're rich or poor, whether if you're whatever, like, we all just grinding for that one thing, and we can all relate to that. And we all become closer because of that.
Yeah, I feel like in the fight game, there's patriotism. Like, if I'm going up against England, like, if anybody's going up against Ireland, or if anybody's going up against, you know, Ghana, something like that, it's like, it's us against you.
Right.
But then at the end of it, it's like, man, yo, that was a good fight.
Right.
You put on for your country. You did this, you did that. And then especially even here in the United States, you know, when it was Cleveland versus New York, it was like, you got this big hump on your back, like, let's get it. You know what I mean? But outside of that, it's true. Like, we're all family. We all know each other, and we grow up around each other and just seeing one another and aspiring to be just like those that came before you. So yeah, I had a good time last night at the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. They did it real good. They did something nice, something special last night, and it didn't take too long. It didn't take too long. I was surprised Roy didn't. I wanted him to rap, and I don't know if you heard, but he rapped that in Canastota at the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, nah.
And so I thought he was gonna bring that back for this one. And Shawn was sitting at the table with me. I was like, man, I wanted him to rap. I said, but it's Roy, so I can't be disappointed. Like, you just Roy don't really let you down. He never really let you down. You know what I mean? So even in the moment where you was expecting something, it's like, hey, it's Roy, so just let it go.
Right.
Yeah, you asked me. You said how long did that go on for? A long time.
Yeah. I was asking. Yeah.
It didn't. It went as long as a trilogy, Hall of Fame induction ceremony is supposed to go. But outside of that, it didn't really go that long. And it was. We only had one situation where there was an older gentleman receiving his Hall of Fame. And he talked for probably 5.
Shawn, this was
minutes.
his moment.
This was his moment.
And he took advantage of his moment.
Listen, I wish I had his name. I don't have his name, but this is what made it funny. And then we'll talk about Fernando too, because you heard Fernando.
Yeah, he was funny.
But this is what made it funny. They played the music super low.
From the leave?
They played it.
Leave?
But they played it so low that we in the casino. It kind of sounded like you was confused. Is that outside on the? And he was talking, and as he was talking, they slowly just raised it up just a little bit, and then they raised it to a point where you knew like what was going on. You're like, oh wait a minute, they playing the music on him, and then they raised it even more. Yeah, and this gentleman just in the wheelchair, he just kept on. He just kept on going. Right?
They don't care. They ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, they gonna keep going.
Yeah, they ain't trying to hear that.
They played it so loud that everybody in the room knew what was going on. Except for this gentleman, right? Still talking, right? Hold up. They didn't end there. They cut his mic.
Oh,
they cut his mic.
Oh no!
Now to the Hall of Fame's defense, that's how long he was talking. They cut his mic, right? He kept talking.
He said, "Y'all can hear me."
Listen, he kept talking.
Hey, he's like, "I don't need this mic."
So he kept talking. So somebody signaled to him like we can't hear you. And he says, and keeps talking. And then he's like, "Can you hear me now?" And he's playing. They played the music, cut his mic, all that kind of stuff. And it was kind of like it was just sad, but it's time for you to roll type situation. And then eventually they ended up telling him hey, we're playing the music. Hey, I don't think he could hear the music. Yeah. And we're playing the music. We need you to lead the stage. And so they rolled him off, and we could see him say thank you and everything. No. And everybody
No.
It sounds bad.
Don't tell me somebody came and grabbed my man wheelchair and rolled him.
It was the
no. They did not do that.
It sounds so bad.
They did that.
It was the weirdest thing because
no.
He was talking so long that you know when somebody talking, you like you fade out, and then when you come back, they still talking. Yeah. You don't know what happened. And I'm not trying to clown the gentleman, but he was talking that long that everybody wanted him to get off the stage until it actually started happening. And then we all felt bad for him. Yeah. And we still even gave him an applause at the end of that. But and then I thought Fernando Vargas had the acceptance speech of the night.
Yeah. His was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
He had the acceptance speech of the night. So he had notes.
He been ready for this,
but he couldn't read.
He couldn't read it. He couldn't see. He needed his glasses.
Yeah. So he had his sunglasses on, and he took his shades off, and then I don't know if he would scribbled or what, but he still couldn't read it. And he said, so my sons are fighting, so the legacy lives on, and then he couldn't read it. So he's like, so my sons are fighting, and the legacy is gonna live on. And he said he couldn't read it, so he's like, so my sons are fighting, and the legacy's gonna live on. And then he got quiet again. And he said, you know what, F it. And he tossed the paper, and he took his glasses off. He said, listen, all right, the legacy's gonna live on because my sons are fighting. It was the best, man. He's got great personality. We love Fernando Vargas. Anybody that missed our Patreon, we did a live episode on Thursday. We're gonna do the best we can to do live episodes every Thursday for the Patreon. There's gonna be some scheduling conflicts every now and then. Like next week, I'll be out in LA, so we're gonna try to figure out how we're gonna make that work. But what we need to do is start posting, letting you guys know that we're gonna be doing that Patreon every Thursday and live, and probably around that 5:00 p.m. Pacific time hour. But please, if you missed that episode, it is on the Patreon, so please subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/TPWP, and you'll be able to see that episode, all the behind the scenes stuff that we got going on now, all the good stuff. All that being said, let's get into this fight card over the weekend. We had ESPN Plus and then the regular card on ESPN.
Crazy card.
Top to bottom, right?
What?
Yeah.
It was crazy card.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. So I wanted to shout out Top Rank because I felt like the matchmaking was like superb last night. Like like these guys was in some. They were being challenged, even though all of the A side guys was doing a job. They still was. These guys was into the fight.
I'm not gonna lie. With Carson is the ESPN Plus guy, but I knew he wasn't coming, so I had to go to ESPN Plus, watch the fights.
Yeah,
hella fights.
And I was good with Shushu being on for the whole show because we sat there at the Hall of Fame.
It was.
You're watching the whole time.
Yeah. We gave respect, but we in between, we was doing the best we could to keep up. So I wanted to shout out Dante Benjamin Jr., Cleveland fighter. I just think that I think he's 3-0 now, and he looked really good in his third outing. I could see that he's patient. The combination punching is there. He's fighting. I think he's fighting a heavyweight. Is he fighting a heavyweight?
No. I think it's.
Or is he lighter than that? Is he
I think it's a little lighter.
Light heavy?
I think he could be light heavy.
Yeah, maybe light heavy.
Yeah, I don't think he's heavyweight.
I didn't catch his weight, and then I wasn't able to pull it up. My box rec ain't working and all that, so that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I wanted to shout him out and just let y'all know that there's some young guys that's coming to this boxing game, and it's about to get real.
Hey, he brought back the Roy Jones throwback with the hands behind the back.
You seen that in
the fight?
Yeah.
Pow, catch with the jab right hand.
Yeah.
He
I think
got
it's a little early for that.
Yeah,
it's a little early for that.
Hey, he's having fun.
Yeah.
Young kid, doing his thing.
Yeah.
He's having fun.
Yeah, he's having fun. Then, of course, wanted to shout out Abdullah Mason. This is my first time actually getting the opportunity to see Abdullah. Did you know him from the amateurs?
No, he came up under me.
Yeah, he's a little younger.
He's a little younger.
Yeah.
But I've definitely seen him around though, definitely. And he's ahead of his time in terms of his age and he's gonna be a real problem when he comes up. He had a tough fight, his last fight. He fought a guy that was 5-0, 3 knockouts, and he did what he's supposed to do and stayed sharp and got the win. But I feel like in the future he's definitely gonna become a big problem. Yeah, I know. I got one little. This Top Rank had one little blemish in terms of their matchmaking last night. We'll get to that, but I saw 18. Both guys are 18 and undefeated in this fight with Abdullah Mason, and I forgot to write down his opponent's name. Oh, Ray Boyar. Ray Boyar is 18 as well. He just took his first loss, but y'all got to look out for that kid because he's got something. Yeah, he has some fight in him. Every now and then, you get matched up that early with another undefeated fighter. Somebody got to lose their But
gotta go.
Yeah, but he looked good, so y'all got to be looking out for him too. But Abdullah looked great. He looked comfortable. He looked fast, looked sharp. All the good stuff that you want to see from a young fighter. The one thing I didn't see from Abdullah, and this kind of been a theme for the last couple of weeks, is the defense. Needs more defense. He's taking a lot of shots last night, and even though he was controlling the fight and everything, he won every round, in my opinion. He still got touched a little bit more than I wanted.
And as a boxer,
I'll say I'm sorry about cutting you off.
You good?
The defense inside or outside?
Defense inside, because from the outside, he's quick enough to take that one step back and either return fire and he steps off the line very well as well. So it's just on the inside, in those exchanges, you know how that goes. Yeah. After the exchanges, we talked about your last fight. It was punch, it was roll, come right back, and it was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, so it was beautiful. So that's and I said that's how it's done. So.
And in a boxing game, I feel like the defense gets better as the experience goes up and up and up.
Yeah.
Your later half of your career, the defense got a lot better.
Yeah.
And same as you go, it will get better. But I noticed that as the young cats, it's like, man, your defense, but that will get better over time. You will learn. You will take shots that I'm not taking that shot again.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, I took one time. I said,
"Can't hit at all." Yeah. I don't like getting hit at all.
Don't touch
me. What? Man, listen. I get irritated when I get hit. Like, you don't see it in my face because obviously we're supposed to keep your composure and stuff like that. But I try to go every round without getting hit. If you touch me, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get hit by that again. So I'm gonna just do whatever I can. But then I'm gonna get my shot back too, in twos and fours and everything after that. But I don't like get hit whatsoever.
Has there ever been a boxer? Shoot, if there's not, I want you to do it. That never been hit a whole round.
I mean, I feel like I've done it before.
Oh, damn.
You can't ask questions like that and he ain't here.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man. Why
My man said he was him.
Yeah, I feel like I've been there
I'm
before.
controlling this side, man. You control
My bad.
Hell, it got quiet. We all sitting there. Were you even thinking of it? I stopped at Mayweather. And then I thought about Shakur. I was like, I stopped at 2. So
Yeah, that could be the 2.
I'll write that down. We'll revisit that next week.
He gonna be like, yeah, it was Robert Earl in 1997.
Oh, you know, he probably gonna answer that question after you see the show. He's gonna put it in the comments.
Damn, I wish I was there. That's him.
Yeah. And then we had Kelvin Davis on the show. That is
AKA Night Night. That's a good one.
Yeah, Night
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
You
Yeah,
caught that, huh?
Yeah, I like
feel
that.
like he's getting better and better each time he steps inside the ring. Honestly, like I've noticed, great improvement in his game. He knocked the guy down like twice, huh?
Twice.
In the fight.
Power in both hands. Power, lightning in both hands.
Yeah. Them Davis brothers in DB3, like they all solid. Like, you got Keyshawn Davis, like he's doing his thing, but you got his brothers that's coming up behind him as well too. Kelvin Davis and Keon, he's still amateur, but he's gonna. I can't wait till he turn pro because he's gonna be a real problem too. Ooh. Like tall. Like I think he's probably 147, and he's gonna be a problem when he turns pro as well.
And Kelvin's long. Only thing I wish when he dropped the guy, I wish he finished him, but he's very patient. He's not rushing nothing. He's just boxing. Boxing. He's not rushing nothing. But power in both hands, and that family. That's just crazy to have 3. And you said there's another one. The third one is also special. So. Yeah, what did he go? 6-0 now? 6-0? Yeah, I got 6-0 right here.
6-0?
Yeah, 6-0.
Okay, yeah.
6-0. What I liked about Kelvin, and maybe because I had to commentate for his fight, but I actually heard about him before I heard about Keyshawn. And it was I had to do Ring City, and he was on the Ring City card. So I had the opportunity to broadcast for Keyshawn. And I mean, I saw what I saw just last night. I saw from him back in 2020 when he was on the show. I mean, he's sharp. He's confident in the ring. He's got this little edge to him too. Like I don't think he's not a mean guy, but I think in the ring he's like just edgy. Like he's looking for that opportunity to bang you. And like you just said, the power in both hands. Yeah. I saw that way back in the day, and it's good to see that there's improvements as well. He was listening to the corner, trying to snap that jab and make it a little stronger and stiffer, like the corner was asking. And also shout out to Tim Bradley, man.
My cousin.
His commentary is on point.
Yeah. You see a lot of people, like, I like Tim because he keeps it like filthy truth, like just to keep it honest. Sometimes.
He go
like,
above and beyond sometimes.
With it, like he doesn't care what anybody says.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
He doesn't care what anybody says. He's gonna keep it 100% truth.
Yeah. And then after Kelvin Davis, we had Tiger Delonte Johnson.
Yeah,
improved to 5-0. He looked good last night. He was controlling the ring. He had a guy in front of him that the guy was coming after him.
Yeah.
And the guy was taking some shots and standing up to him. You know what I mean? Once that fight was in the ring and I saw the way that fight was playing out, I said, dang, like Top Rank put something together.
They put
tonight,
back to back.
They put together some matchups that were not, they didn't have these guys in the ring, these A-side guys in the ring against anybody that was just gonna make them look good on TV. And all these guys, in spite of those challenges that these guys were being presented with, they everybody stepped up and looked really exceptional last night.
Yeah.
So
first time I really, really pay attention to Tiger.
Yeah.
Man, I never seen a fighter like
Cleveland,
I feel
baby.
like I seen a fighter improve right in front of my eyes in the ring. Just getting better, better by every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Hey man.
That's the stuff we say about Errol Spence and we say about Terrence Crawford.
Damn. You're right. Damn.
And he's at 47, I think.
No.
140 or 147? 140, yeah.
Yeah. But
I think he went down to 140. Yeah.
Oh, for this fight? I mean, the guy's strong, great feet, fast. If I had to dig, maybe more body work last night, but hell of a performance.
You kind of digging.
I couldn't find nothing. I couldn't find nothing.
Tiger has a tough jab pullback right hand.
Man.
It's like it's automatic. Like when he just throws
hit you with it?
Pop, Huh? No, he ain't hit me with it. Hey, you know what's crazy? We have fought actually.
Oh,
Yeah, we have fought.
I was gonna ask you last night if you had fought Amado, because I seen y'all talking.
Oh, no. We never fought. He just walked up to me and asked for some work and stuff like that, because I'm out here and everything. But no, me and Tiger, we have fought back in 2016 in USA Nationals. And man, when I tell you, that was like probably the most anticipated fight in the tournament. Yeah. Like, he's on his side of the bracket doing his thing. And actually, me and him was actually on the same side of the bracket, but we met up in the semifinals.
Yeah.
And the people that was in charge of the bracket, the head dude, Matt Johnson, he was upset because he's like, why is Tiger and Bruce on the same side of the bracket? Yeah. Who did that? He wanted both of us to go to the finals and be able to go to camp together and stuff. But anyway, like when we fought, when I tell you it was about 5 rings at that tournament, everybody that was watching those 5 rings came to our 1 ring, and we just blew the roof off that place.
That's what
it was
Cleveland
great fight.
That's what
But when I
Cleveland
tell you, when I tell you, look, right? He had videos of him knocking dudes out with that jab pull back right here before I fought him. I'm like, now keep my left hand up. He was not hitting me with that one.
That's how it was when I
coldest jab pull back right hand.
Hey, it's the counter punch and the in and out game. He can get off something and get out of range and right back on you.
He's very quick.
Yeah.
He looked good last night. He looked sharp. I really didn't have much to really comment on in terms of what he didn't do, what he could do better. The one thing I did notice that I really liked was, you see, the guy was running a little bit in the fight. Yeah. And it was like the guy did it maybe 2, if not 3, maybe 3 times. And Delonte didn't jump on it. He didn't cut it off. He didn't try to stop it. And then the guy tries to do it and he steps up. He says, no, not this time. Cuts the dude off with a hook, right hand, and ends the fight. You know what I mean? So it's, again, like you just said, you see a fighter growing round by round. He computed that. Like, hey, this dude keeps trying to run on me, and I need to cut him off and throw this and that. And once he stepped up and made it happen, those are the kind of adjustments and the thinking, those thought processes that you want to see a young fighter going through. So, I mean, everybody on the card last night, those young guys that really did show up last night. So congratulations to everybody on the
And I got
ESPN
pissed. I got pissed for Tiger one time when the dude got him in a headlock and rubbed his. I said, Tiger, whoop his ass.
Oh, he did that?
He got him in a headlock, man. And it was because his guy was tough, right? Yeah. He got him in a headlock. Tiger was like, all right.
So he put him in the headlock, he rubbed his head, and then Delonte swung on him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you seen it?
Yeah. I didn't even see it. Yeah. I gotta watch the fight.
Tiger said, all right, check that out.
Okay. Yeah, ask him about our fight though. Ask him about his side of the story. His side is much funnier than my side. Please, if you can get him on the show, ask him about that.
I will.
It'll be hilarious.
All right. So then, I'll write that down. When we have Tiger on, we'll be sure to talk about Bruce and Tiger's fight. The only blemish on the ESPN card last night. What?
What?
Nah, because this hurt my soul. Hurt my soul last night. The matchup that they put with Richard Torrez.
Hey man, they building my guy. Hey man.
Man. Hey. Dude, okay, wait. Okay, so what let me get it out real quick. Give it I want to give it a break only because if you watch Richard's first 2 fights, it was like a fiasco.
The first fight especially.
The first fight especially, it was like, I don't know what was going on. Like, he got cut from a wild headbutt, and then the guy was just, kind of flailing all over the place and stuff like that. And just the whole stoppage was really awkward. How, Richard caught him a good shot, and the guy it was just a crazy matchup. And then the second one, a lot of people would have said that the fight ended early. It ended early, But when you look at this last fight, and how he just finished the dude off, man, I honestly feel like it. You probably think about the second fight, probably it's probably good. They probably stopped that fight early because he could have ended up like this last dude here. Yeah. And that, man, when he fell face first into the floor, I felt like, man, I hope this dude is okay. Yeah. That's my first instinct. My first instinct. I'm like, man, I hope he's okay. And then it turned him over. He still was motionless. Yeah. And then the camera zoomed in. And then you see him kind of tearing, like a tear go down his face, and he's still out. Yeah. I'm like, man, this ain't looking good.
And they was hitting him with ice, no reaction.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I didn't like it. I hated it.
Bring the cameras off?
Yeah, I think so. But I didn't hate that part. I hated the fact that they made that fight happen. Yeah. And so I've only had one fight in Cleveland my whole career, and initially we thought that the only fight we would be able to say, here's the replay right here. That last punch that he landed, he had the guy out. You see the replay. He has the guy out in the replay, and then you can see he throws a hook, and the guy's out, and then he comes back with the right hand. You're a fighter. You know what I mean? You can't pull back, and you can't not follow through with everything that you have been trained to do in that moment. But I just felt like when the bell rang, I mean, I wrote it down. This is just not fair. Yeah. Because I knew.
That's what you got to
wrote it down.
Yeah. Because dude coming to the ring, and I'm like, let me write this down right now because I already know this ain't going to be fair. Yeah. And it just wasn't fair. But like to my point about me fighting in Cleveland, when I first turned pro, they said my commission, it said that Cleveland has one of the harder commissions, or Ohio has one of the harder commissions in the States in terms of making matches for young fighters. And with my amateur pedigree, they didn't want me to fight anybody that didn't have any fights. They didn't want me to fight anybody that had a losing record. They didn't want me to fight anybody who had under 5 fights. And you know, when you turn pro, a lot of times you're just looking for that. Let me get this young fighter in the ring and just give him a taste of what it's like to fight without a headgear. Let me give him a taste of what it's like to fight with 8-ounce gloves. You know, there's methods to why they match us up with a 0-1 guy or a 2-5 guy when we first turned pro. There's methods to it, but in this specific case, and especially at heavyweight, again, to just kind of defend Top Rank, it's hard to match up heavyweights because you just don't know what you're gonna get, and that punching power at heavyweight is just it's on a whole nother level. Yeah. But at the same time, when I seen dude coming to the ring, I said, this ain't fair. This ain't what his
record.
I don't remember the guy's record, but to me, it didn't matter. What I could see was the body language. Yeah. What I could see was the body itself. Yeah. And I could see that this guy shouldn't be in the ring with an Olympian.
4-3.
He's 4-3. He shouldn't be in the ring with an Olympian. And he had nothing for Torrez, you know? So of course I'm happy to see Torrez get the win. I'm happy to see Torrez get out there and you know, make the crowd yell and things like that, but you got to match him up much better and safer, not only for him, but safer for his opponents as well. And again, just going back to it, it's a tricky thing because his first 2 fights, like you said, they were fiascos. Yeah. His first fight, I was like, oh my Lord, I'm worried about this kid. You know what I mean? Because he's in the ring with somebody that was just liable at any point to throw a backhand or anything. Right, you know? I hated that first fight for him.
And see how you say like
shout out to Carson. He was sitting next to me when I was watching that fight. And I told him, I said, man, I'm worried for Richard Torrez.
Hey, he's still alive.
Oh yeah, I know.
All right, because man, you acting like...
Should I FaceTime you?
No, but see how you say how, you know, the appearance of this last guy, you know, I had you like kind of on the fence, like, oh, he shouldn't be in there. Yeah. But you could say the same thing about the first 2 guys as well, too. The first 2 guys weren't, you know. So it honestly just feels like it's not more so about how the guys look, their body language. I felt like it was just a style. And the styles made the fights, and that specific style was just tailor-made for Richard. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I think it's time to, you know, Richard, I think ultimate down the road, taller fighters gonna be the start putting him up in there with some taller, not as well fighters.
I actually disagree with you.
Yeah, there we go. I was about to cut him off because he has the style for these taller fighters. And I've seen him. I've been on the team with him. I was on the USA team with him, and he fought nothing but tall guys. Tearing them down. Tearing them down. That left hand or right hand. Yeah. Both hands just like equally strong.
But I worry about the boys, the ones.
I feel you. Okay.
Yeah, the ones.
I see what you're saying.
Not like obviously Wilder and Fury won't be there, but like you got Anderson.
Yeah.
You got some ones that'll be there.
Oh, Anderson's the guy.
Anderson's tough.
But
he's the guy, and
certified
that ain't
superstar
gonna happen for a while.
He's certified superstar.
But I'm just saying that at the end of the day, you're gonna have to work. It's gonna be, you can't just rush in like you do, over aggressive.
That's his style.
Yeah, that's a style.
It worked for him.
And he outworks a lot of his opponents.
Shawn Porter did that, and then Shawn Porter. No, listen. Right, I'm giving you credit.
All right.
And then you knew that shit, you knew that style wasn't gonna work against Earl Spence. So it was It wasn't just I'm coming in. That shit ain't gonna work. Against the elites, that's easy work.
You was paying attention,
easy work. Yeah, that's easy. let somebody just rush you like that. That's easy work, baby.
True.
That's easy work.
True.
But Richard got a long ways to go. Starting off the career right, undefeated. Let's see how high he can go. Hey.
I like him though.
Yeah.
I like everybody from the this 2020 Olympic team.
I wish you
Top
would have got that.
was top. Yeah, I mean, I wish I did too. Things just happen. I felt like I did everything I was supposed to do in order to get that spot. But hey, it wasn't written for me.
Yeah.
And one door closed and a door opens. I do my pro debut under the Tyson Fury Wilder 3 card. Like
hell of a debut.
Like thank you, appreciate that. And I just been looking up ever since.
He didn't see it. He's just telling you.
No. I'm saying the card. I'm saying the card.
Yeah, not you.
No.
Yeah. Excuse me, I'll take it back then. I'll take it back. Thank you, Sean.
We could have kept this. He could have been on his side.
I could have. No, but thank you, Sean. No, I'm taking
I'm here
it
to
back.
crush dreams. You know that. I built you up.
I'm going to
Took
watch
you to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Just to bring you here.
I'm going to watch
Bring
all
you back down.
I'm going to watch all his fights tonight.
Now, Jared Anderson. Did you catch why he came to the ring with handcuffs on?
Yeah, because of his brothers in prison, and it was it was locked up. Akon, that was shit.
Came
But
out, yeah.
I mean, I get a tribute to his brother. I was worried that they wasn't gonna get the cuffs off the legs.
Yeah, it's taking a little minute.
That's all I was worried about. But I understand it was deeper.
Akon's song is playing, and I could not stop thinking about you and Carson. And here's why. Y'all, you know how we talk
Carson
about
never been locked up.
Yeah, I'm about to say y'all been locked up.
No,
What's going on?
I've been locked up
Y'all shit to
before.
sell.
you know how
locked
we
up.
when we
I was up there chopping up when I was in jail though. I was like, hey man, I'm not hiring y'all guys.
Probably was.
Yeah, I was.
Probably was.
I was up there, it was like 48 hours.
You know how y'all always be ragging on Chris Algieri. Y'all say we're keeping him in the cage. We're keeping him in the cage. The whole song was playing. The only thing I could think of was I said Chris Algieri skills is saying locked up. It won't let me.
My
out.
thing was the other thing with the handcuffs. I was like, please don't tell me he's cuffed around the arms too.
I said they went all the way with it.
Yeah, they went all the way with it.
No,
And
he was
goes
just
all
holding
the way with his outfits though,
Yeah.
bro. He does. He
But
does do
it
it.
was all the respect to his brother that's in prison right now.
I didn't catch it. I didn't know if he was trying to say something about something people been saying about him. So all right, it's good to hear that he's shouting out and supporting and things like that. But in the ring, this dude is on another level.
Hey, we seen Torrez fight, Militant, Jogbe.
Yeah, FA, yeah.
Hey,
FA, Jogbe, yeah.
and it's different.
Yeah.
When Jared fight, it's different. You can see it.
Yeah.
He's special.
Jared is like a heavyweight, a middleweight in a heavyweight's body. Yeah. Like that's actually they actually said that. That's crazy. They definitely said that on the air too. Yeah. But like I've always said that even when me and him was on the team together and everything, like he does moves that I do. And just as fast, and he just used that IQ and implement that in the ring. And a lot of these heavyweights, they're not used to that. They're not used to that type of movement. They're not used to that type of speed and angles or whatever he uses to do to beat these guys. Like I noticed in the first round, I think he went southpaw, and the guy is kind of keeping him at bay a little bit, but he's getting his shots off here and there. But then after a while, he just starts the second round. He really starts to pick up the body shots and start tearing him down. Yeah, I was like, oh, I love watching fights like that, seeing the guy get beat down and then go down to the body, and then seeing the opponent just get psychologically taken out the fight. I feel like that's the beauty of boxing. The much punch knockout, that's the ultimate way to win in some ways, yeah. But the really me, what I like to enjoy is watching a guy just get beat down.
Beautiful.
I feel like that's real brutal. That's more brutal than that one punch, boom. That's for me.
Sure. I was saying the same thing. I was like, you seen the championship rounds and you see a guy starting to break a guy down. He was breaking him down in the first and second round.
Yeah.
Just breaking him down. You could just see the guy just falling apart.
Yeah.
He yelled outside to somebody, said, it won't go more than another round. I said, okay. I'd be like, yeah.
He was yelling at the guy to get up after he knocked him down. He get up. Get up. The guy looking at him
hell, you crazy.
The dude sat up when he went down, he sat up immediately. So I thought he was gonna get up, and I was like, dang, all right, 9, 10, okay.
He got caught and got dropped by that punch, but he was out of the fight mentally already, so he wasn't getting up.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. So that's what makes, from what I can see, Jared Anderson so special is the fact that he has something that can beat everybody. He's got the speed. He's got the quickness. He's got the agility. He's got the combination ability. He's big. He's tall, so he can fight from the outside. But he's got the experience, so he can fight on the inside. He's got power. But then he also has that mechanism that will make your brain go 100 miles per hour and fatigue you mentally, which will fatigue you physically. You know what I mean? So he's breaking guys down physically. He's also breaking guys down mentally. He's breaking guys down methodically. I mean, I got nothing but good things to say about Jared Anderson. I mean, I've been a fan since day one, and I knew of him when he was a kid. But you know, coming onto the scene as a heavyweight in the pro game, as soon as I caught wind of that, I said, "Oh, he's the next guy," because I knew that, you know, y'all know I'm real big on the amateur pedigrees. You can't beat it. And then when you have all the components that go along with that pedigree, the way that he does, it's inevitable for him to become a champion one day. I don't want to, you know, graduate him too soon, but it's inevitable. He's gonna get there. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it.
I'm gonna ask you two. Prospect to contender last night. It's time to put him up there.
Ooh,
You said for who?
He's no longer a prospect.
Oh yeah, no, it's contender. Yeah. I don't see him. I stopped seeing it as a prospect.
Yeah, because they keep saying that.
No, he's not a prospect anymore. Like, let that be for us, like from guys like me, because it's hard to compete with Jared a little bit. No, he stopped playing. But no, on a serious note, like, I honestly feel like he's a contender now, and you know, he's shooting for the titles. He's in talks for like wanting to have his eyes on the titles and stuff like that pretty soon. So I honestly see him going that way, and he has the tools to, you know, get them straps.
Top Rank is smart.
Yeah.
They don't want anybody to graduate him any sooner than they're going to move him.
Yeah.
So that's their way of letting us know, like, hey, if y'all think he's a contender, y'all want to see him in a heavyweight championship fight, not yet. And the best way to tell you that without actually saying it and without, you know, making it seem like he's not ready or anything like that, we'll just keep talking about him as being a prospect.
Yeah. That's smart. It's true. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. So
that's smart.
Until the time's ready. Till it's time.
Just a name I like to throw out there. I like to see him in there with. Nah, the guy's not too big, but Otto Weiland. He gave Tyson Fury hell. I would love to see that fight.
Jad will pick him apart.
I know.
You just want to see it.
But it's a name, and that name's connected to somebody else that he gave hell.
Yeah.
So now it's like, if you wouldn't on notice now,
okay.
Yeah,
I see
just kind of building.
And you on to something. So if we don't see that in this next fight that he has, we probably see it make a fight or two down the line. It could actually be him out of Weiland. So it could actually be him.
On right side of the street.
You do your thing every now and then.
Oh yeah. I knew my man was here. I ain't know my man. I thought my backup was definitely gonna be here.
And then of course the main event.
Yeah. The main event.
Go for it.
Oh, let me get my notes. Let me go those. You good?
Commey and
you just skipped a bunch of fights.
Pedraza.
I actually was looking forward for this fight.
I
didn't.
No.
He got everything.
You good.
He got everything.
In my mind, I'm like, you skipped some fights.
But
Go ahead.
I honestly felt like that was a great matchup. Like when I heard, first off, when I seen the undercard, I was like, oh yeah, this undercard is great. But then when I seen the matchup, it's a perfect crosswords matchup to where it was like
both guys.
Yeah, for both guys.
Yeah.
It was like
50-50.
Yeah, it was like, you know, the winner is either, you know, it's gonna be like, you know, the guy that's gonna be on top, and then the gatekeeper is the loser. And it's crazy how, like, you know, it was so many, like when we were watching a fight, there was so many momentum shifts in different fight in both fighters. Like one time you see Commey, he goes on a stretch of when he's just, you know, beating down Pedraza, and then you see Pedraza, he goes on a stretch. Like I honestly feel like once Pedraza turned southpaw, that's when he began to give Commey a lot of difficulties, and it was harder for Commey to land that right hand that he was landing early in the early parts of that fight. And it ended a draw, and I felt like it was fair. That was fair. It was. I'm not mad at it. I ain't even gonna lie to you, because it was a great fight.
Yeah, you know, you guys probably heard this before. They said fight like your career's on the line. Yeah, they fought like their career's on the line every freaking round, every minute. It was a moment. One guy have a moment, the other guy have a moment. Yeah. One guy have a moment. The activity was there. It was just, I thought it was a hell of a fight.
Like at some point, I could see either guy getting stopped at one point. And I'm like, oh man, but they just stayed resilient.
I'm trying to pay attention to the ceremony. He like, ooh, I swear, tell the truth. You said it's almost over.
Yeah.
He said it like 3 times.
Yeah.
You see somebody getting rocked?
Yeah, man. I was seeing like
there it
Commey getting
goes.
hurt. I'm like, oh man, Commey about to be done. Then I see Pedraza getting hurt. Oh yeah, Pedraza he about to get out. And you know, it was just so distracting.
You thought the cut was that was it?
Yeah, I thought. I mean, I didn't think the cut that was it, but I saw it was bothering him. But I knew that it was going to be the down. I felt like that was going to be the downhill of his momentum.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, yeah, Commey is done. And then, man, Pedraza's done. You know, it was just a crazy difference in momentum shifts.
Ended in a draw. There's no telling what either fighter is going to do at this point. I think if anything, they're both going to be kind of gatekeepers, and I think to a degree they've both been used as gatekeepers already. So I think when you score a draw against another gatekeeper, that kind of just stay where y'all at.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So outside of a surprise punch or performance against an almost elite fighter or a good fighter that they're trying to push up to the top, I don't know if those guys are gonna really be seen anymore, like on this stage, unless they're in the ring with another elite fighter. Yeah. In which case they are kind of the B-side and the gatekeeper in that fight.
And I think what they were saying, the winner would probably get T.O.
There you go.
That was what they were saying. But we got breaking news right now. Josh Taylor just vacated the belts.
Oh.
Yeah. So he don't fight Jack Catterall. Waiting for the rematch.
Okay.
Yep. So
well, there's that.
Yeah, the IBF junior welterweight.
Oh wow.
So you still trying to move to 140?
Dude. I feel like I probably cap off my career at 140. Maybe I might, because I feel like my skills.
That bag, right?
That 147. Might get a little
right?
strap at 147. Yeah. But I ain't gonna play there for too long. I feel like I would cap out at 140.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's run through the Fox pay-per-view next week. I'll be out there in LA. They're doing the fights at the Crypto.com arena. And of course we have Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz in the main event. But let's go real quick through the top. Ruiz Alim. This is his first fight back in like almost a year. He fought last year in November.
Undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated at 122.
Hasn't got he has a belt, but he ain't got a legit title shot yet.
I saw him at Luis Ortiz's workout, and I saw why he hasn't gotten a title shot yet. Okay. He doesn't have much helping him drive. It's like he's driving himself. He's driving his career himself. Obviously being signed with PBC, but outside of being signed with PBC, he doesn't have a manager that's gonna rah get him that big fight, make the noise that needs to be made, and it's up to him in the fights to make more noise than he's making. He's looked fantastic in every fight out, but he's got to have a marquee win. This is probably gonna be that win right here for him, where he should be able to get into title contention after this fight.
And I don't think he wants Fulton. Brandon obviously moved up to 126. What about Luis Neri?
No, that's a great fight for him.
Yeah, and I feel like the winner after that, maybe you get one of them big boys.
Yeah,
but Luis Neri, I think that's a good fight if he gets this done.
I do too. I think that stylistically that makes sense. I think both guys are kind of like in that threshold of who's gonna, even though they haven't fought for title eliminators, but who's next to get a title, and it probably is gonna be between them. So okay, over there doing your thing. I got you.
I say, it's my boy, but if I show him a little anything, he like, man, I can't believe this. I thought this was an idiot.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing.
All the time. Joey Spencer's coming back again. His first fight since December. He last fought last year in December, so he's been off a while.
A year?
No, not a year yet.
Oh.
December of 2021. Okay. So he's been off a while, and I know Carson specifically, but people have been giving him a hard time lately, and you, based on what he was projected to be, opposed to what he's been. And I guess for the sake of words, he hasn't quite lived up to the hype yet. So here's my thing: don't miss Joey Spencer in the undercard of this pay-per-view card next week, because we should see the best Joey Spencer we've seen to this point. You've been in the lab, my man. You've been out of the ring for 10 months, 9 to 10 months, whatever the case may be. Oh, you fought in March.
Oh, yeah. It was non-televised. I looked that up. It was non-televised.
I didn't see that on the internet.
Shout out to Joey. I feel like a lot of his fight, they came in with a lot of hype on him, man. And there's fights where he lost a lot of rounds in the early fights. And it just, hey, Top Rank, is it PBC?
No, PBC.
Don't push him. Don't push him.
But
let him go.
But hold up, his fight in March, because I didn't know, I forgot about the fight in March, but that wasn't on TV. And it wasn't, was it on like the internet or anything?
It was something, yeah.
But to my point, because I said this about Edgar Berlanga, I said you need to pull him back, get him in the lab more, get him training more, get him with somebody he feels comfortable with and can improve, and get him some fights off of TV. That way he's TV ready when he comes back. So this one is on the undercard. I think that he's going to be on the internet or something like that. And okay, so he will be on the Fox portion of the show, and so we should see the best
improvement.
We should see the best Joey Spencer we've seen to this point.
Yeah, a few things. I mean, fights with his hands down, head movements not the best to be like that, my man. shoulder roll's not for everybody.
I can't really put a, you know what, if I had to put a mark on what is it that we haven't seen that we're expecting from Joey, anything like that, I think that Joey really hasn't quite, I don't think he's quite gotten his identity in the ring yet. And I think enough time away from the ring, enough time away from TV and things of that nature, you may be able to find your identity. This is what we want people to know us by when we get back in the ring. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting that statement to be made over the weekend.
That's funny you say that. I was watching tape on it. I'm thinking, it seemed like he's trying to find himself.
Yeah.
He's taking a lot of people's little styles when just be you.
Yeah.
Be Shushu. Be Shawn Porter.
Yeah.
Just be you, bro.
And I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Jose Valenzuela's coming back.
Whoa.
I think he fought on the undercard of Errol Spence and Ugas. That was his last fight, and so he's right back.
Yeah,
and
I think that was easy work.
And he's been making some noise, man. I think, you know, talking about guys who have hype around them.
Unlike,
he's been living up to
I
it.
said, don't rush Joey. Rush this guy. This guy, boy.
Don't rush him. He is young, but my man got power.
Man,
My man can lean him.
yeah.
My man can lean him. So we looking forward to his next big fight this weekend coming.
Hey, you know, him and Rolly got into it in the Barclays. We up for that fight? We willing to watch that?
Oh,
Nah,
snap.
yeah, bro, definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, all
Hey,
right.
you know what's funny? You know what I'm happy about? With the fact I'm happy that nobody just writing Rolly off as just like
Hell
a
no.
troll boxer. Like, no, Rolly proves himself from fighting in Tank.
Yeah.
He got Tank. Did what he was supposed to do. Dragged him into deeper waters, and then waited for that mistake to happen, and he capitalized. That was the perfect game plan, and that's exactly what I said what was gonna happen in order for Tank to win the fight.
Yeah.
But Rolly, he started off just popping off that jab, and then really making Tank respect him. And I'm super happy that people just didn't write him off, because I'm still interested to see him fight any other competitive guys, elite guys, and stuff like that. I'm still interested to see Rolly.
That's why I said I don't condone losing. I'm not about losing at all, but it's all about how you lose.
Yeah.
Even though he got knocked out,
Yeah.
but everything he showed up until the point of that mistake,
Yeah.
and especially where you can see, dang, you made a mistake right there.
Yeah.
If you don't make that mistake, you survive more rounds.
Yeah.
You don't make that mistake, who knows what happens
Yeah.
on the other side of that? You know what I mean? So I think while in getting knocked out, I think we were all able to find this level of respect for Rolly, where we can, like you just said, expect him to be another action-packed fight next time out. And I think it's definitely too soon for Jose Valenzuela and Rolly Romero, but that's definitely something that will be entertaining.
And I mean, word on the street is he gave Teofimo Lopez hell in sparring. You can see why. Hey, either he's gonna stop you or he's gonna beat you like Earl Spence.
Yeah.
Hey, it's up to you. What you want to do? You want to stay there and get beat all night? Yeah. You want to get stopped?
I remember he told me that he had we've been sparring with Teo, man. We've been giving it to him, and I was like,
Yeah, that's.
I was like,
yeah.
But he been showing up, so we're looking forward to his fight. And then we got Abner Mares making his comeback.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Why?
it's about
Why,
time.
Abner?
I'm excited to
He's
see him
killing
back.
that commentary. He's been
I'm
out the ring
excited
for
to see
4
him back,
years.
man. I'm excited to see him back.
37
I ain't
years
gonna lie,
old.
yeah.
Hell of a commentator.
We started
He
inside.
touched Redner twice.
I don't know if it was twice,
I
but
think it might have been twice.
I think it just didn't
Ain't get it
heal
right the
correctly
first
or
time.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Didn't heal correctly or something like that. But when we were doing the Inside PBC boxing show, he was talking about coming back, and he hasn't had a fight since 2018. But he's been talking about coming back all that time, and we went about a year and a half with the Inside PBC show, and I was like, fingers crossed and rooting for him, and hey man, just stay healthy, all those types of things. And then once the pandemic happens, and then he comes back just doing his commentary, I thought kind of like it was all done until I see him at Aerospence in Ugas. We're out having dinner, and everybody's asking for pictures, and then they start screaming, asking me if I'm coming back. I said,
you a snitch.
I said, ask Abner. I said, look, because it's true story. I said, ask Abner if he coming back. And then he looked at me, he said, Shawn, are you coming back? And I looked him in the eyes, I said, are you coming back? and at that point in time, I said, somebody coming back. Yeah. Sure as hell ain't me. So we're looking forward to him getting back in the ring. He's got Miguel Flores, a guy with 4 losses. I think his very last fight was a loss. So I think they matched him up correctly in his first fight back. And I'm curious to see what his game plan is. I think that a fighter has to have their game plan as well as the team. You know what I mean? I think that as long as things are going the way you want them to go, need them to go, follow the team's plan. But I want to know what Leo has told his team he's expecting to get out of this resurgence if that's what it becomes.
And I read somewhere he said reason why he is coming back because he wants to go out on his terms. He didn't want to go out as, I was the guy that got injured and I was never able to fight again. It's like I was up to fight Tank and then possibly a rematch with Leo. So
all right.
Yeah, and
I was interested to see that Tank fight.
I think we all was interested at that time. We was hyped about it.
Yeah. Oh, why you wasn't hyped about that fight?
That boy Tank been on a terror.
True. Listen.
But that was early Tank. This Tank?
Yeah. Okay. Right. See, it's a different Tank.
Yeah.
It's a different Tank. That's what it is.
Stay away from this Tank.
You're right.
That's what people are saying. We got Isaac Cruz coming back, Pitbull.
Yeah.
Getting in the ring with Eduardo Zordito. Ramirez. This is a good fight. Good styling matchup. A lot of action in this fight, and both dudes can punch.
No defense. You gonna get everything you want.
Pitbull got defense when he wants to.
Yeah.
Because he had some really good defense fighting Tank. Yeah. Like he knew whenever that left uppercut was coming, he just blocked it, caught it. Yeah. Beautiful.
Sure, you're right. Because if you ain't got defense, he'd have been asleep.
I promise you. So like if Pitbull wants to use his defense, he got it. Definitely. But I honestly feel like that for this particular fight, that's gonna be thrown out the window. That's gonna be thrown out the window.
Then of course the main event. Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz.
I've been wanting this fight for like 5 years now.
Dang, that long?
For a long time.
I've been wanting this fight because I'm tired of getting them confused. The loser has to retire. I have conversations all the time. I told the whole conversation, they're like, why you think Luis Ortiz is going to do that? I'm like, I didn't say Luis Ortiz. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
I need that separation.
It's that Ruiz and that Ortiz effect.
Yeah.
It's
that's
that
exactly
ease
what
effect.
it is.
Yeah.
Ease.
I think this fight is all about who gets hit first.
You think so?
Yep. I think it's all about who gets hit first. I think we saw in Luis Ortiz's last fight, that's the one who fought Charles Martin.
Yeah, and Charles Martin.
Well, I'm just making sure you know which one I'm talking about.
I've been working with him.
See, I don't think that it's the people he get confused with. I think it's just the names. That he gets confused
that's
with.
why I had to kick him.
He kicked me under the table.
Make sure he knew which one I was talking about.
He gonna kick me under the table.
But you could tell once he got touched, he can't. He can't eat those shots, and his body can't sustain the way it used to. And
I think ever since Deontay Wilder fights, I felt like it might took some effect.
I think he's running into trouble, but what I also think is that he's big, he's tough, he's smart, he's still got the speed, he's still got the boxing ability, and so it's a thing of not getting hit. I think if he doesn't get touched, which is a tall order, I mean we don't know who can go one round without getting touched. So I think it's a tall order for Luis Ortiz. However, he's got power, and so we've seen Andy Ruiz, the shorter one, pudgier one, get off the ground. We've seen him get off of the canvas quite a few times.
Yeah. But Andy in shape. Don't call him pudgy. No more.
You're right. But Luis Ortiz got some different kind of power. So we'll see what happens.
And he has some boxing ability too. His Cuban background and everything. Him being southpaw. Yeah. I like sometimes how he throws that lead hook and then he makes that pivot. Yeah. And then he throws his left hand after that as well too. Yeah. One of his recent knockouts as well. I think it was the one before. Charles Martin. Like he caught the guy with he leaded with the left and then connected with the left hand and knocked the guy out. That's like his 1-2 right there.
Yeah.
And I have Luis Ortiz just because I'm a little biased. I like Luis Ortiz. I haven't won in the fight, but that fight is such a great matchup. Yeah, it's such a great matchup. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I can see Andy Ruiz taking it as well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with Andy real close. And same thing is just I feel like he gonna have to be smart getting inside. Ortiz is a bigger man by a little bit, not too much, but you're gonna have to be smart getting inside. And when you in the kitchen, you gotta know when to get the hell out of there. Yeah, because Ortiz is coming back with counters, big shots. Just be smart. I
ain't leaving the kitchen till I get my cookies.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah. You can see his whole career for
I almost, see, we got guests. I was gonna say something crazy, but we got guests. Okay,
hey, you know what's funny? I watch your show, right? You be picking on him, man. Yo, I'll be like, hey, dude, I don't be like how you be talking to Shawn sometimes.
No. I mean, you be shoot. If I show you text messages of this dude bullying me, this dude is. I was going to this dude's house one time. He like, who is this? I'm like, fool, it's me. Who is you? It's Anthony. Who's Anthony? I'm like, this.
Oh, that's messed up.
Oh, yeah. He was playing
my number?
Yeah, he was playing me.
What's cool?
Yeah. That was my whole. I'm like, I ain't messing with this dude no more.
Luis Ortiz, Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
You got some more?
Yeah, I got a little bit more on that. But I think Andy, the reason why I'm picking Andy, just the youth. I just feel like he needs to take advantage of that. Body work, youth, move. Make Ortiz work. And then get him in them later rounds, and I feel like he can finish him. But man, Ortiz with them counters and that Cuban style.
And watch out for the uppercut.
Yeah. And I don't think Andy ever seen a style like this.
Yeah, no, I don't think so
Because
either.
in the second fight with Wilder, I mean, he was sharp, slick,
Super
moving.
sharp. Oh, the best I've seen Ortiz.
One moment, he wasn't slick and he chilled for one moment.
Yeah.
He seen God.
So unfortunate.
He sent them to God for a second.
Slow down.
No. When he got hit,
Look, we got Fox pay-per-view Sunday next week.
Oh, you don't play with God, huh?
I get to get some work with Fox in. I'm excited about that.
Back?
Yeah, you'll see me and Kate at the desk doing what we do. No. Okay, not none of that no more. But you'll see me and Kate at the desk doing what we got to do. I got ESBC outside. I want to bring them in now. Bruce, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Keep working hard, big dog. Like I said, text me. Let me know when you're training, all the good stuff. And
yes, sir.
Hopefully we'll get you on right before you get up out of here.
100%.
The next fight. Thanks for coming, man. I want to bring ESBC in real quick, and then I also want to play the B-roll of the game. Perfect. While they're in here,
they didn't bring the game for me to play.
No.
That's crazy.
No, they're not gonna let you play the game. I told them not to.
Are you guys gonna put me in the game?
So we got Whit.
Oh man, he laughed me off. How you doing, my man? Anthony.
So Will, you want you see here? Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Hey, you getting money? I see that gold chain. Don't hide the chain, baby. Don't hide you getting money.
You can't sit here, man. You got to sit over there.
Listen,
man, seat.
Oh, hey, you can sit right here.
I'm still emotional.
You can sit right here. Can he sit right here?
Yeah, you can sit over there.
Hey, come on, sit right here, man.
I'm still emotional.
This dude right here,
I can't even do it. I don't know how long.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
I don't know how long.
Headphones and that's crazy.
I'm sorry, I just don't know how long.
Hey man, when you came to my place, I let you sit wherever you want.
You did. Open the doors up.
That's crazy.
So
put him in the game and everything.
So I went down to North Carolina.
Yeah.
All right, I get the Carolinas confused. I went down to North Carolina, was able to meet you, Will, and you working very closely with the ESBC boxing video game that everybody's anticipating, has been wanting for a very long time. Right. And we didn't bring him in here to drop no news or anything like that, but
I almost didn't come here. Right? We talked about it last night. Yeah. It's one of these things where we haven't done a lot of interviews, we haven't done a lot of media, and part of it is because we got a lot of people. What they're really waiting for is, when can I play the game, right? And so I said, you asked me yesterday, and I said, I don't know, but you know what? The thing, we really like the podcast. We really like you guys, and we wanted to come out and show support, and come and see you, and I mean, it's just one of these things where we haven't announced a date yet, and so people are wondering about it.
My thing is, don't rush it. When you present it, make sure it's right.
Yeah.
So take your time with it.
This the right video? Not playing. Oh, we only got the one. We only got the one.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That looked playable. That looked playable.
It's playable. It's playable.
He said look playable. He said look playable.
He said don't rush it. Looks pretty good though.
Drop it tomorrow. The reason why I brought you in, Will, was because I just want everybody to have an opportunity to see the game. And I know there's some sites and some other people that are talking about the game and things like that. But I just want everybody to know that the PorterWay Podcast is connected to ESBC. So when you guys are putting out content, you're putting out updates and things like that, I know that there's going to be people who are going to see updates that they didn't get from you, and they're going to do what they want to do with all those things. And I just want people to know that we're connected to you. And when you see updates or you hear us talking about the game, you can definitely bet that's real stuff that's coming straight from the sources.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate that. And he's over here looking at it. Wishing he hadn't said that. But
when you fight old fights, it goes black and white.
We have that's a thing that we're looking at. We listen.
They're looking at everything.
But what you said is true, right? Like, I mean, I think, kidding aside, right? Like from our perspective, it's been a long time since it's been a boxing game, right? The boxing community has really embraced us, right? We ask fighters to come and sign with the game and be a part of it. And we've got a lot of help, a lot of support. And so from our perspective, it's like our responsibility is to put out the best, most authentic boxing game that we can, right? So we don't want to, sign Shawn and then put him in the game and he fires it up and he's like, that's not me, right? And so I know you saw yourself yesterday.
I saw me yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw me.
It looked like you, except for the part where you got immediately knocked out right when you walked through the door. Did he say anything about that to you?
He didn't tell me.
Hey, listen, and this is how it really looked. It looked so real that I was shook. True story. I'm walking in and it's happening. I go down. I said, "Oh, it's that." And then I went and sat down real quick. I'm like, "Who's playing with me? Figure it out. Get it together."
Well, when I went to go get you, he was losing, and so I was like, wrap this up.
I don't know what's going on now. I don't know what's going on. I got playing with the fans.
So yeah, I just wanted everybody to see the game to this point. How many fighters are signed to be in the game?
Over 200.
Over 200, and that is including active and retired.
Over 200. So we won't have 200 like right away, right? It takes time to build, all those models and make them look right and that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's everybody from legends. We got Ali, Frazier, Jack Johnson, Jack Dempsey, Marciano, Joe Louis, all the way up to, people like Larry Holmes. Yeah. But then, modern stars, right? Tyson Fury, Canelo, Crawford, Shawn Porter.
And with all those guys and everybody's around the world, a majority of the guys, not all of the guys, but majority of the guys that are signed to the game are being scanned, right?
Yeah.
Majority. Not everybody, but a majority of the guys are getting scanned. So we're telling everybody, be patient. But I need them to understand, like,
why are we being patient?
This is a process.
No, it is. I mean, listen, making any video game is hard. But when you're trying to recreate something that people are familiar with, and they're comparing it to what they see on a boxing broadcast, it's a different standard, right? And because we've signed all these fighters, we got to make them look right. We want to honor the sport of boxing, right? Of
course,
we're passionate boxing fans. That's why this game exists, because nobody had made one in a long time. And we feel like the fans deserve a game, right? The sport deserves a game, and we're trying to bring it back.
Hey, I'm going to offer something that no one's ever offered before.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
We'll see. We get some interesting offers, but we'll see.
Right. So, you got the fake up-and-comer heavyweights. I'm going to offer my body to be the up-and-comer heavyweight with no name, with no name on, with no name. Hey, I'm up for the scan. I'm the heavyweight.
You just want to be a punching bag, like
I'm in the game, baby. I'm in the game, baby. It don't matter. Hey, I don't need a lot of credit.
Ain't nobody ever offered that, right? Nobody's ever offered that.
No fighters never offered it.
I'll be the credit player.
Let me be the guy that they go up against.
Your first career fight
on the voyage.
I'm your guy.
Crazy.
I'm your guy.
Yeah. How about this? How about we got a gym in the game and there's a punching bag and we just put your face on it?
Boy, this boy's a legend. He know what he's doing.
2 cents per download.
I don't need no money. Look, I'm easy with it.
Make it happen.
Yeah, I'll take it whatever you getting.
Is there anything that you that people haven't seen or haven't heard yet that you want them to know at this
Probably
point?
not. I mean,
I didn't think so.
But if people don't know, I mean, part of this process for us is we're going to take the game into early access first, right? So it's going to come out on PC. Early access is basically a process where people can play the game. It's not the totally finished game. There'll be some features that aren't in it yet. It might be a little bit rough, but as you can see, it already looks pretty good, right?
It's official, guys.
You know, and so it's releasing a game that way is like an opportunity for us to get feedback, right, from the fans. Make sure things are balanced. Make sure the fighters fight the way people expect them to fight. That sort of thing. And you know, as we take that feedback, we're gonna then use that to build the rest of the game and bring it out to a wider audience on console, Xbox, PlayStation, all that sort of stuff. And so, yeah, right now we're in that sort of final march to where we can announce when that early access is going to be. That's what people are waiting on. We're getting there, and hopefully once we get there and people can play, they'll feel like it was worth the wait.
Hey, let's not talk about the finish line. How long you been working on this?
We've been working on the game for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And so, if you don't know our story, our founder, Ash Habib, he's just a boxing fan. He didn't work in the video game industry. He said he had a brother that did, and decided, I'm going to take a crack at this. Let me see. I just want a boxing game, right? It wasn't a dream to have a game that has 200 licensed fighters. It was just, let me see what I can do, right? And so, they started to get a prototype together, and the company's based in Sheffield in the UK, and they started making connections with some of the boxing community over there, right? And it just kind of snowballed, right? Yeah. Like, I think because of the desire for a boxing game, from both fans and from the boxing community, people started to hear about it. And they started to put a little bit of content out, and I heard about it, right? I've been working on it for about a year. My background is in video games. I'm a huge boxing fan. So I said, okay, if this game's gonna happen, I gotta be a part of this as well, right? Nice. And so we're small, a small studio, right? Like most of the major sports games probably have 10 times the amount of people work on them that we do. But we're passionate about it. We've got a lot of support, and we've got it this far, right? Yeah. And so we're doing our best, and hopefully we can make the boxing community proud with our game.
I'm sure you will. I know you will. Be patient. Everybody is coming. And you guys have seen some stuff. And, as I said before, we are connected to the developers of this video game. And as stuff starts to evolve even more and build even more, you'll be able to kind of keep in tune with it right here, as well as some other people that are way more dedicated to this than the PorterWay Podcast is. But the PorterWay Podcast is definitely going to do our part to make sure that you guys are filled in to know what's going on and where to go for all the good stuff.
Thanks, man. We really appreciate this.
Is there a boxer that you haven't got on that you want on?
Oh, man. I don't want to speculate about it, because what happens is then as soon as I say that, it's like, our community will be like, they're going after this guy next. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we can never promise. It's actually one of the tough things about making a boxing video game is, if it's a pro sport, you got a players association or somebody. You go out, you buy the license, you get everybody. All those 200 boxers, that's 200 people you got to negotiate with, figure it out. People care about different things and all that kind of stuff. And so we want as many boxers to be in our game as we possibly can have, but we never assume that somebody will want to be in our game. We hope we can earn that, from boxers to want to be in our game. But of course, we've all got our people that we want to see.
And you said the originator is from Sheffield, England?
Yeah, Sheffield, England. That's where our studio is. I'm based in North Carolina, holding it down here in the U.S. for us. But.
So Kell Brook going to be 100.
Probably not. Probably not. Like I said, we got 100 maybe not. But we have a responsibility to rate the fighters as accurately as we can. Right. Kell Brook, an accomplished fighter, as we know, he will be rated appropriately.
Okay.
Good stuff.
But
man.
100 is the top of the scale.
Okay. Good stuff. Well, thanks, Will, for coming in. Thanks for showing us the game. Thanks for putting me on, man. I did. My quads ain't popping the way I like to.
Okay.
I think they need to pop a little more. But other than that, man, everything was good, man. Keep going, and we right behind you.
All right. Thanks so much, man.
Yes, sir. You sit still, because we almost done. Y'all just want to get these plugs in real quick. Our partnership with Rival.com, with Rival Boxing is going. Rivalboxing.com. Use our promo code TPWP15. You get 15% off your purchase. And then also, guys, the Box Fan Expo, September 17th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm going to go through it real quick, y'all. Y'all put up a face, and I'll say the name. Hopefully, I know who it is. But we got the Box Fan Expo coming September 17th, and we want to make sure you guys go to our affiliate link, bit.ly/TPWP, so that you can get your tickets and attend the Box Fan Expo. Go ahead, let's do it. You know what? Just go, and they'll see them. This is everyone who's expected to be there so far. There's actually more expected to be there, but they're doing these announcements weekly to get you guys excited about the fighters that are going to be attending the Box Fan Expo. The PorterWay Podcast will be there. I'm not going to say whether what
we're gonna get Carson.
I'm not going to say whether or not Carson going to be there.
Okay,
that would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Carson to be back. That's the good part about all this is I love him. He's my cousin, and he'll be back. Other than that, man, he quit. So I'm sorry, I can't let it go. This is the PorterWay.